Hi, this is Naturally for Us, and I'm just going to show you my size since I did 13 days, okay, of juice fast. Okay, that's why I said I don't want to. I didn't need to lose any more weight. Okay. Because I had already lost when I first did the other 30 days, so no more. That's enough. Okay, and we went and weighed ourselves today.
Yeah.
And so what was your weight?
Um, I lost 11 pounds. I thought I had lost 20.
I felt like it.
Well, not so much 12. Even looked to me like I had lost about 20. But I actually had only lost 11 pounds. But from the other fast, I had never gained that weight back. So I was still about 10 under, 10 or 11 under already. So now I'm about 22 pounds underweight now. So that's one of the reasons why we went ahead and started back. We had to start putting the weight on because, we had lost all the excess fat and all the poisons and all of that. So the only thing left was good fat, because fat is good. Like I mentioned that yesterday. You do need some fat. Fat is good for the body. And then the only thing that's left was fat, and then you'll start working on your muscles. So you don't want to start working on your muscles because that's when starvation kicks in. That's what starvation is, when you start working on your muscles. So we decided we had to stop. It wasn't because we didn't have the will to continue, nor was it because we didn't want to continue. We were forced to continue because just like you too, you have to be wise with what you're doing and make sure that you're doing what you feel comfortable with. And if there's a problem, then check yourself. Make sure that you're not overlooking something that does need to be addressed. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, we feel fine, and we started back today. Light food. We're getting ready. Well, I'm getting ready to have a salad. I haven't had a salad yet.
Yeah,
but we still have our juices. We still have 2 juices today. So we'll go back to our old regimen. Our old regimen was 2 juices a day, and then usually 1 meal. So we've been juicing for quite a while. But if you've been doing it for as long as we have, then you should have all the poisons and toxins out of your body anyway. And if you still have some fat, then you can just continue. Until you're comfortable with your size.
And everyone, and you know who you are, that is doing the juice fast, and you are doing fabulous. Keep doing it. Do not stop. Okay? Because I stopped. I want you to keep going. Because I'm telling you, you will feel fabulous, and you will reach your goals, what you want, to look like. And I'm telling you, God is good. And I had a salad, and I stopped it with juice. I mean, not a juice, juice. I took my juice and I made soup out of it. And I warmed it up, and I put just two teaspoons of rice in it. And I'm telling you, it was like I was eating something fabulous.
That's what happens after a fast. The longer you're on it, the more you appreciate anything.
Yes, and I'm telling you, my taste buds and everything just like, I was just praising God. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for this food. I was just praising Him and thanking Him. Because He's so good, because His natural food is just so good for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're still doing it, then keep it up.
Keep it
until you get to your desired weight, because I know the weight is coming off. It has to. There's no way your weight won't come off if you juice. And then if you do stop, make sure you stop properly. Don't just stop one day and then the next day, go get you some fried chicken or something like that, because you'll be hurting so bad until you'll wish you were dead. So make sure you gradually go off the fast. Okay? something light, like a salad or soup, maybe even broth if you know do it a long time.
Yeah.
But there's something light for at least 2 or 3 days, you know, before you, especially if you've done it for a while. Like if you've done it for 13 days, like, well, I think it's 14 days now. If you're still doing it and you decided, say, to come off tomorrow, the 15th day, then you would at least need to wait 2 to 3 days before you have solid food. That's best for your stomach to do that. Okay, so you can kind of judge. If you've only done it 3 or 4 days, then you know, then you can go back. You know, but still you need to watch what you're eating. Right. But I think once you do this, your diets will change, your habits will change anyway. You know, because you'll begin to see some things.
I'm going to make a lot of different changes.
More
I want to go raw more because I'm just seeing all what the way God planned us to eat. I'm seeing that that is the way to go. And I want to keep it simple. I'm not looking to mix this and that and make it, oh, this is fabulous. No, I don't need that. All I need is the basic and raw. So I said that last time, but I'm gonna do it this time.
She did it, but
I did
you know,
but I want
she's gonna take it to another level.
Yeah.
You know, that's what she's saying. And you'll make, you know, some changes too. The main thing is, you know, you shouldn't eat so many cooked vegetables, especially.
Yeah.
You know, I know people don't cook their food, but as far as cooked vegetables, because when you cook them, you destroy the nutrient value in the food. Plus, you actually destroy the fiber, so that the fiber can't push the food out of your system. So that bulk goes into your system, and it's hard for it to exit your system. So when you cook your foods, that's usually what happens. And that's cooked, meaning anything over 112 degrees.
Yeah. Okay. And that's why we're not eliminating properly. Right. And us women, we're, you know, we need to eliminate, okay? But so many of us with cancer and, you know, this cancer shouldn't be like this. So
yeah, and also a lot of the female problems.
Yeah.
Cramping, you know, things like that. That's because your system's clogged up. The blood can't flow out properly.
Yeah, we really have to eat raw as much as you can. And you say, I don't like raw, but I'm telling you, you do it for 21 days, you'll think that's the beautiful thing that you ever ate.
I was thinking earlier, even a dog biscuit looks good after about 20, 30 days, you know. So, I mean, everything looks good.
Yes, so you got to, you know, what I'm saying, fasting is the key. I see it, you know, it makes you respect food and what you put in your body.
And respect your body. You know, so I'm going to talk a little bit more about the book. I still don't have my copy. I did get in another box of books from the publisher, so, you know, but they've already been spoken for.
Yeah.
You know, people are on a waiting list for the book, so I took those books into the bookstore, and so they'll be gone probably on Sunday. So I'm ordering more, but so I don't even have my book right now. But this is from the original copy, my original draft.
And what's the name?
So the name of the book is Live to 120 Without Sickness and Disease, and it's available on Amazon.com. I've been reviewing the book, and I'm on chapter 4, which is entitled Sickness and Disease in America. You can see it here. And I was talking about it for the last couple of days, so I just want to mention a few more things before I go on to the next chapter about sickness and disease in America. And the primary problem with sickness and disease in America is that we're clogged up, you know, with poisons and things like that.
No fiber.
No fiber. Or African Americans especially, when we eat our vegetables, we tend to cook them to death because that's the old Southern way of cooking. That's called soul food. And when you cook your vegetables to death, I told you what happens. So a lot of people are suffering from autointoxication, which means that their body is clogged up. Okay? So then when the body gets clogged up, then it's prone to disease because it can't eliminate properly. And it sets up a situation for disease to grow and start. So I wanted to read a portion of this chapter, just a small portion, to give you an idea of what the problem is concerning autointoxication, which most people are suffering from. You know, if you eat if you eat 3 meals a day, 7 days a week, you've eaten 21 meals. If you've eaten 21 meals, that means you need to have went to the restroom, the bathroom, the toilet 21 times that week. And most people don't. Even if you go once a day, a lot of people think if you go once a day, and I've heard doctors say if you go once a day, that's okay, that's regular. But if you eat 3 meals a day and you only go once a day, that means 2 meals are still stuck in your system. So you do that for a few years and you can see the problem, how stuff accumulates in your body. So anyway, I want to read this portion to you. I can't tell you what page in the book it's on because, like I said, this is the original draft I'm reading from. But talking about poisons in the system. And I'm about to tell you what poisons are, because a lot of people wonder, well, I don't have any poison in my system.
Yeah.
But you do have poisons in your system. It says, let's see, the natural body will attempt to eliminate these poisons from the system from a child's birth to death. These poisons are a combination of gases from undigested food, food additives, fecal matter, phlegm or mucus, antibiotics, and toxins that have been deposited from poor nutritional habits, ingestion of drugs over the counter and prescription, recreational drugs, and dead foods or devitalized foods from processing. Okay, that's what the poisons are. Dead foods are meats, no matter how fresh, because once the animal is killed, it begins to decompose or decay. The body is literally drowning in a sea of toxic waste, and that's what autointoxication is. It says, when we devitalize dead processed food, it creates a sticky glue-like substance that adheres to the walls of the colon. Over a period of years, this buildup causes the diameter of the colon to shrink, so that the normal bowel movement is compromised to the extent that fecal matter can't exit the system in the normal fashion. This is why we tell people they need to get colonics or do enemas or some type of fleshing, because what I just said, it's not going to come out because you're too clogged up. Okay, then it says, it is much like trying to run water through a stopped up water hose. The average person would be amazed at what they have lodged in their intestines. The entire length of the two intestines, both the upper and lower, is 42 feet long, which is a substantial distance for food to travel and then exit the system. They have done autopsies on people with food over 2 years old still lodged in their intestines. Imagine that. Something rotting in your system for 2 years or more. It has been reported that bodies have actually exploded on the autopsy table during examinations because of the excessive combinations of lethal toxins. It's like a lethal cocktail. Cremation chambers used for the cremation process have actually exploded during the cremation process because of the lethal concoctions of toxins in some of the dead corpses. Okay. And that's for people who decide to have their loved ones cremated. Okay, that's what a cremation chamber is. So I'm not going to read any more. You have to get the book to read some more. But that gives you an idea. That's why you're clogged up. Okay. So if you eat 3 meals a day, you should be going on the toilet 3 times a day. If you don't, you're stopped up somewhere. Okay? So you need to address it before it leads to disease, because this then leads to disease. And if you read a little further, you'll find out how that then causes the stage or foundation for disease to start. So hopefully you got some idea from that as to what's going on and why we try to stay healthy and trying to get you to be healthy too.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it. I'm finished. I did. It's enough.
Okay. So may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you and give you peace. Be blessed.
See you tomorrow.
Okay.
On
Bye.
day 15.